Have you ever dreamed of being famous? If so, what have you wanted to be famous for? And what are you going to do with that fame? For me, it was either be a cartoonist, a teacher, or a car repairman. Mostly a cartoonist, though. I mean, considering I drew a lot when I was younger, it does make sense. My mother always had confidence in me that I would become famous in one way or another. She believed that I could do anything as long as I was on the right path. In a way, my channel is more or less a way of paying tribute to my mother, before or after her death in 2022. But as I've gotten older and seen people abuse their fame time and time again, I've realized that fame can do something to you, whether good or bad. In a way, not being as famous as someone like, say, Markiplier or Jacksepticeye hurts. Not just because of my situation with my grandmother, not just because I'm money hungry, but because I feel like I let my mother down in more ways than one. And I don't mean just being famous. It does suck not being as famous as someone like, say, Mr. Enter or Famster, but the fans that I do have, I really do appreciate, and hope that more people like you come along the way. You guys help make my channel what it is today, and I hope to continue improving my content for years to come. This is me when I was little, when I was in either kindergarten, 1st, or 2nd grade. I didn't have the easiest childhood in the world, but I did have a loving mother and a stepfather, and good brothers. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for my biological dad, who I will talk about in a later video. I used to always want to be famous in one way or another. I actually still want to be a cartoonist to this day, if my Kimberly project is anything to go by. But part of me doesn't want to be famous as much anymore, especially after seeing what fame can do to a person. At the same time, though, it is understandable. I'm not a person who socializes much, at least in real life. I do like to make friends on apps like Instagram, but even then, I do tend to leave people on scene, because I'm just that bad at starting conversations and continuing them. This is when I graduated kindergarten, or at least that's how I remember.
Hey, this is Elizabeth Jackson and Chandler. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Jackson, and I teach special needs kindergarten. And my nominee for this year is Chandler Patrick. Chandler came to me this year with functional goals and has progressed so amazingly this year. He is reading, he's doing addition and subtraction, and he's come a long way in his social goals, and I'm so proud of him, and so he is my nominee for 2011-2012.
My baby. Oh, good job, buddy.
Hi, this is Boston, Missouri.
It really is tragic. I miss the times when I was innocent and happy, not depressed and lonely. My mother did everything she could to make sure I had a great life. And how do I repair?
With a knife
in her back. I called her names, punched, kicked, screamed at her, saying that she was a bad mother, which, even though she wasn't, basically been awful to her. And to this day, I still regret it. I had the potential to be a success just like my brothers, but I dropped out of regular school after 4th grade. Having my mother as teacher was awesome, except she had a lot of health problems, and it made it very difficult to continue homeschool. Honestly, I'm no better than my biological dad. And that says something because he was a monster. He views us in such terrible ways. in ways that I'm only beginning to recover from. Part of me wants to forgive him. Part of me should forgive him. But part of me just wants him to rot in hell. But that's the fucking scumbag that he is. That he was. If I ever go to heaven one day, I'm gonna go up there and give my mother a hug. And tell her that I'm sorry for everything. I love my mother very, very much. And I'd do anything to see her again. This isn't really a review video or an essay video. This is more so an excuse for me to vent about my personal life. My name is Chandler Patrick Bruce, aka Chamber Universe, signing out.